Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, in the continuation of the previous video. This time you want to go for additional information or additional customization. If you want to customize in a better way, you can click on this one. Click on this one. When you click on this one, there are 4 sections: headers, columns, footers, and prints. So how many columns you want, whether you want header, footers, and so on or not, all these things are depends on you. You can manage it, right? So first, let us say about the headers. In headers, there are 2 sections. One is on the screen and the second one is on the print. What should be the name of this, the title, for example, default title? Default title is right now, it is purchase order. It is the same on the screen as well as the same on the print. If you want to change this title, you can change it. For example, instead of this one, you can say it should not be purchase order, but it should be purchase only. You can do it, right? You can change it. Then it depends on you whether you want it on the print or whether you want it on the screen. If you want in both of them, so definitely it will be in both of them. But if you want on the screen, so you can click on the screen only. But right now, purchase will appear on the screen as well as will appear on the form, right? Date, do you want this one as a header or not? If you want, yes, it will appear. Otherwise, it will not appear. If you say no, so date will not appear on the form as well as date will not appear on the print itself, on the screen. The same case in the case of purchase order. If you say no, purchase order should not appear. You should not see any purchase order here. So if you say no, so purchase order will not appear. It means the section will be blank. But if you say it should appear, then click on this one. It will appear. But what and how? In which format it should appear? So it should appear only in the form of purchase, right? Or let us say, for example, instead of purchase, let us say there should be some other terminology. For example, there should be buy order, for example, right? Instead of purchase order, there should be a buy order. Click on this one to see this one. Okay? See now, instead of purchase order, you can see only buy order, right? Names are changed. Once again, click on the template, then click on the OK, then go for the additional customization. So let us say buy order is not good and purchase order is standard, so that one should appear, right? Purchase order. Then depends on the next one is date, as I said before. What should be the date? No, we want to say that date should not be here. And instead of date, there should be something else. Tariq, for example, right? We want to change it to different terminology. Instead of that, there should be another terminology by the name of tariq. Right? See, right now there is no date, but it is tariq. You can change it, right? So these are the formats that you can do it with the QuickBooks itself. So once again, instead of tariq, you can once again correct it back. Mention date. Write them in a capital word. It is better. Date, right? Anything else, if it is selected, suppose for example purchase order is selected on the screen, it show it on the screen. It is tagged on the print, it also show on the print. Let us say purchase order should not be on the print, so no, there is no more purchase order. But if you say yes, purchase order should be there, then you can find that purchase order as well. See, P8, right? Right now there is a P8, but if you say it should not be on the print, so after that you cannot find out this one, but it should be on this one. If you want this one to appear on your window as well as on the screen, then you can say yes, 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 and so on. So these are the information. Vendor should be or should not be. If you say should be, it appear, otherwise it will not appear. Vendor, for example, right now we have a section by the name of vendor, so vendor should not be anymore. No, there is no more vendor, right? Vendor should be there, then vendor is there, right? Vendor should not be in the screen, so say should not be, otherwise. So the same for everyone, it can be applied. For example, right now, this FOB, free on board, is untagged on the screen as well as it is untagged on the print. If you say free on board should be available there, then click on this one, and then you can find that free on board. There is a section by the name of free on board. If you say no, it should not be there, so now free on board is not there, right? Free on board should be there, now free on board is there, right? So like this, everything will be in the same case. It should be, it should not be. If it be, it should be in what name? This is the name which appear on the paper itself. So let us say the purchase order also should be in the capital letter. This was regarding headers. So which header should appear and which one should not appear. Next one is regarding column. How many columns you should have? For example, service date on the screen as well as on the print. Customer job, it should be on the screen, it should not be on the print. Let us say this one should be on the print as well, right? Description should be on the screen, should be on the print. But what is the name of this one? Name it script. Manufacturing part number, MPN, manufacturing part number should be on the screen as well as it should be on the print. Now you can find that manufacturing part number here as well, right? Search it, you can find out manufacturing part number itself. Where is the manufacturing? Yeah, this is the column. So if you click on this one, number of column increase. See, one column is for manufacturer part number. If you say no, it should not be, then it will not be on the screen as well as it will not be on this one. It depends on this one itself. Amount, rate, and so on, all of this. If you want to have one column for each of this, then click it, right? Take this one. And of course, if you want to change the name, you can change the name as well. The same thing in the case of footers. So which footers should be there? Right now we have vendor message and memo, right? So please remove this one from the screen. Vendor message and as well as this memo. So if you remove it, so no more you can find out those things in the screen itself, right? So this was the information. And the last one is regarding the print, which printer you use and so on. All of this can be adjusted by you itself. Click on the OK, then OK. So now you cannot find out this memo and so on. But if you click on the screen, on the preview, you can find out all those things which we have selected previously, right? So in this way, you can manage your templates. Download templates. If you want to download few more templates from the internet itself, you can download it for yourself. And we discussed regarding additional customization. After additional customization, if you want more formatting, then you can click on the layout designer. Click on the layout designer. From here you can add few more columns or change this one, change the place of this column. For example, let us say this is not the good place for the date. Date should be here. You can add a date here, right? So logo, it is not a good place for the logo. Logo should be basically here itself. You can change the place of logo, right? So like this, you can do more things. Grade should not be there. No grade. Yeah, you cannot find the grade, right? So anything, if you want, you can do it. Let us say, for example, this description should be in different language, right? Double click on this one. Then you can change it. Change the font. Where's the font? You can do all those things. Yeah, the font. Double click on the column, change the font. Let us say this should be in different font. Even you can make it in Persian as well, right? You can find the Persian fonts and change this format itself. Let us say this one itself. Suppose, yeah, if you select this one, so increase the font, change the color, yeah, right? If you click on the OK now, see now the name is changed in the column itself. Name is changed in different one, right? So like this, you can do several things. If you're good with the Photoshop, several things can be done with this one as well. Change the font, change the format, and so on. All of these are possible with the section itself. I'm not going to save this one. I'm going to cancel the section itself. So yes, change, right? So in this way, you can do several changes with your format itself. Cancel this one as well. So download the template. It is the same as we have discussed. Customize the template and the layout. Once again, it go in the same section, right? We discussed. Then a spelling check. If you want to check a spelling of something, you have written something, but that is wrong. So you can change the spelling. Insert line. You can insert line here, right? See, there is no line after, let us say after book, we want to include notebook, but there is no space. You can insert one line here. See, even it's basically before that. So let us say after battery, we want to insert this one, the motherboard, right? And before to go for the we can say for the keyboard sorry, for For the computer, we want to include the notebook, so click on the computer, insert a line, so line will be included before that, so we want to include notebook here, right? So this is the notebook. Delete the line if you want to delete it, the line, that one is deleted. Copy the line, for example, this is computer, this is to be copied. If you copy, click on the next one, then say paste. So computer is paste in both of this, right? In this way, you can customize your section itself. Then the next one is report, quick report about this one. So it shows the information. Also, if there is information regarding this purchase order, that will be saved basically, right? Transaction history, if there is a transaction link with this purchase order, that will be shown. Then transaction journal, click on the transaction, it shows, for example, which account is deleted, which account is debited, and which accounts are credited. So it's showing this way. Then open purchase order, it shows that how many purchase orders are open. Open purchase order means these purchase orders are sent and goods are not received yet. So for example, how many purchase orders are sent? So these are the number of purchase orders which are sent to the suppliers, but goods are not received yet, right? So let me once again go back. If you missed your purchase order, how can you find out? Go for the vendor center, click on the purchase order, and that was purchase order number 8, I guess. Yes, from Ali. You can find this information. Open purchase order by jobs. If this is so, you can find out how many purchase. One purchase order from Ihsanullah, two purchase order from because of Farouk, and this purchase order because of this one because of Khatra. It means we purchase the goods. One purchase order is made because of Ihsanullah. Ihsanullah is our customer. One or two purchase order is made because of Ghulam Farouk, and one purchase order is made because of Khatra. So this is not that from whom we purchased. This is for whom we purchased. We purchase for Ihsanullah, we purchase for Ghulam Farouk, we purchase for Khatra. But we purchase from whom? We purchase from Nasir Ahmad. We purchase from Said Rahim, Sadaf, and so on. These are the name of our supplier, and these are the name of the customers or jobs for whom we purchase. This one, right? So in this way, you can manage it. And the next one, purchase by item details. So it shows that, for example, which items are purchased. So this is for because of battery are purchased, books are purchased, foods are purchased, keyboards are purchased, and so on. So purchase by items, it means depends on the items, which items are purchased in each purchase order. That one, in this we can find out. Item list of the items purchased by vendor details. It shows that from whom we purchased. We purchased from ABC, we purchased from this one, we purchased from Khan, we purchased from Mama Sadaq, we purchased from Sadaf, we purchased from Rahim, and so on. These are the information. How much we purchased from each of them, it is all available in the system itself. So in this way, you can manage your purchase order itself, right? So these are the things that we discussed. In the search, if you miss some of this one, you can find out. Let us say we have selected the Dell computer, but we want to find a book line. Let us say, for example, 1,000 items are there, and it is difficult to find that book, so you can mention books, right? When you click on the search, QuickBooks can find it for you. It is the same as we have done in the case of Bell. So thank you so much. In the next video, inshallah, we'll discuss the remaining part.